This video is for Aries Sun. We're going to do all of the zodiac signs, but this one's for Aries. And it's about your significant other. Now, this can be romantic or otherwise. It does not have to be romantic, but we just want to understand the motives a little bit better. We have Libra and Aquarius and Virgo here, or any earth sign actually, or any air sign. I mean, there's a potential for a fire sign, but not as much. But we'll just ignore that, okay? Just go with the energy. Why are they acting like this? I feel like they were trying to find some form of protection here. They walked away from telling you the truth about it as a strategy so that they could offer a new beginning, or because they had been offered a new beginning, okay? For others of you, this could be somebody who walked away and didn't tell you the truth about something as a strategy so they could come back again and offer you a new beginning later, you know, kind of like let this die down and then I can come back around later. All right, let's move on. This one is for Taurus. Why is your significant other acting this way or being this way? This person may have a guilty conscience, all right? Or maybe they're just trying to kind of stay quiet and watch what happens and appear more calm and level-headed than they actually are. They could be waiting also, but feeling heartbroken at the same time. It could be because you were controlling them or because they were controlling you in some sense of the word. I don't know why I'm getting the word trash. I don't know if they trashed you or what happened here, but like this also can be somebody who feels like you tricked them into waiting and then deceived them and controlled them as well, okay? It could go either way. Let's move on to the next sign. This one is for Gemini. This is, why is your significant other being like that? They're being like that because they pretty much got wish fulfillment here, because they feel like you never had any follow through and you walked away from them and you backstabbed them. So that was a quick answer. For some of you, this could be too that they felt like you had way too many options as well. They may have thought that you were kind of wandering and lost in some sense of the word. But it definitely feels like no follow through, and you didn't have their best interests at heart. All right, let's move on to the next sign. This one is for the Cancerians, and it's, why is your significant other behaving the way that they are, basically? And it's because you made the decision to leave. All right, that's the way this reads. And it's like you were happy about it and you seem to have more vitality. All right, so apparently that strikes a chord with them. For some of you, it could be if you didn't choose to leave, it's just your sheer confidence about that final decision to move forward with a new beginning and the vitality returning, okay? They may have wanted to change that. All right, let's move on to the next sign. This one is for Leo. Why is your significant other acting this way? Some of you, it talks something about a legal new beginning. So that could be like a marriage or a new contract or something like that. Could have some significance here. Maybe somebody didn't want anybody to tell the truth about this marriage or the contract here because they never planned to completely follow through. That's the way this reads. Somebody wanted fairness, they wanted justice, they wanted the truth. And then there was somebody here who had no follow through, somebody who just kind of said what people wanted to hear or had false bravado or confidence or something like that. But really what I feel is just there's some sort of relationship, marriage, or contract that somebody spoke up about that they were supposed to be quiet about. And there's an upset here because somebody never planned to follow through, is the way it feels. All right, let's move on to the next sign. This one is for Virgo, and it's why is your significant other behaving this way? Basically, they feel as if you controlled them into waiting for something, waiting for some sort of offer or message or something like that. And they did. And it's like they're mad about that or upset about that. I don't feel like it's mad or upset as much as it is just like, really? That kind of energy for some of you. That's just my feeling. I heard the word plastic. I don't know if that means something to any of y'all. I don't know why I heard that, but yeah. What else? Yeah. Basically, they feel as if you made them wait for some offer or message, and they were waiting for you to do it, and they're apparently still waiting. All right. I think I'm going to have to clarify yours because it looks like they're waiting for you to be fair about something financially. All right. It could have to do with a victory, a car, a relocation, travel. It could have any of those things to do with. But regardless, it's something financial in nature. So you may have promised that you were going to offer them some sort of valuable or money or something like that, and they waited for you to do that and to be fair about this in a financial sense. All right. All right, let's move on to the next sign. And this one's for Libra. Why is your significant other behaving the way that they are? This person may be in their feelings. They may be trying to alchemize the energy. They wanted you to be fair about something and to, like, what's the word? Tame the demons within your inside your head. But either you left or they left, and so it didn't pan out, and now they're disappointed, okay? So somebody basically feels like you were not being fair, all right? That's what we have for Libra. Let me see if I'm getting anything else. The word bell may mean something for some of you. I also heard lost cause. And fainting. Okay. I don't know what that means. But basically, somebody wants you to be fair. They feel like you didn't. You didn't do it. All right. All right, let's move on to the next sign. So this one is for Scorpio, and it's why is your significant other behaving this way? And yours is the funniest of all of them, in my opinion, in ways that it can be interpreted, okay? The funny way is because of some sort of third-party commitment that you were involved in, and they feel like you have an addiction to, let's say, intimate behaviors, okay? They think you have that kind of addiction. Like that could be even like viewing it on magazines or on the internet or something like that. But for some of you, this could be that. For others, it could be something about the bondage intimacy as well. Get what I'm going there? Or get where I'm going there? Some of you, they could have thought, you or they could have thought that that was going to improve the relationship, okay? It sounds like to me from the way it reads is they think that you thought that a third-party commitment or, a third-party commitment or bondage intimacy or something like that would improve the relationship. And for others, it's like they saw that you were addicted to the boom boom, okay? I'm trying to be nice, okay? Because I never know whose kids might be watching. I try not to say things, though I do have a cussy mouth. Some of you could be dealing with somebody who works for the government or something along that line. Oh, there could be like a government contract that's involved as well that's keeping this situation tied, all right? I didn't notice that. This is going to sound really crazy, but some of you, there could be a situation where, and I doubt that with a Scorpio, but I mean, it's possible, where you were very religious, right? And very like dogmatic about your religion, and they got you in the sack. I don't know. But I feel like this person just feels pretty much like you're reckless in the bedroom. All right. That's the way it comes off for most of you. All right. Let's move on to the next sign. Okay. This one's for Sagittarius. It's why is your significant other behaving this way? For a lot of you, I get this feeling like this may have been a situation that had been broken before. All right. And it's like, why did you come back? Right? Like, why did you come back? I don't understand. Like, hold on, let me look at this. I got the word vestibule. Last time I heard that word was when I went to church, and I can tell you that was more than 20 years ago. So that could be significant because I see the church, or maybe church has something to do with your situation. I don't know. If you didn't reunite with this person, you may have moved away. It could be either one. Every Sagittarius is going to be different. But for most of you, I feel like that's what it is. It's kind of like, why did you move, or why did you reunite with me? If you're going to take this leap of faith to work things out with me, then let's work this out, right? Or is there something about somebody not wanting to work? Because I'm looking at the bottom of the deck here. It's something about some of you could have taken a leap of faith to work but didn't want to. All right. Didn't want to be optimistic. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to read it that way. I'm going to read it as it's like, why did you reunite with me, or why did you leave? You said we were going to work on this thing, but then you're not optimistic about it. Like, you're not showing me that you have faith that this is going to work out. Okay. That's basically what I'm getting on yours. So let's move on to the next sign. And this one is for Capricorn. It's why is your significant other acting this way? And wow, this person is fiery and emotional. Y'all got your hands full over there, whoever this person is. This person could be messaging you or even showing up at your door. I don't know. I'm kind of guessing that that's the type of energy you would be dealing with. I feel like this person is really trying to contain themselves, but it's hard when they have such a fiery energy to kind of synthesize and work through this. But it's like, I don't know how to say this. It's almost like I don't want to completely let go, because it's almost like they hope to get roped back in for some of you. Or I don't want to make it where I can't jump back in if I need to kind of situation. I don't know what this means, but I'm just telling you. There's a need for stability, but at the same time, there's still that, well, I don't want to completely pull away. That's the way this feels. So whoever you're dealing with is kind of like that. Now, with that said, there could be more than one person here, because I do see one woman watching another woman. So that could be a thing too. That's not going to always be the case, because that may not be the type of reading it is for you. Also, there may be a certain amount of chemistry between the two of you, but they're acting this way because actually this is supposed to be, that's how they see you, as fiery and emotional. So all this stuff I'm saying is how they see you, basically, because that's why they're acting this way. But either way, somebody here may be worried about going to jail even. All right. There could be something legal in nature for some of you. Like, say, for instance, you're dating an inmate. I mean, that's not impossible for some people, or somebody who goes to jail often or has, those kind of issues. If it's not that, it could just be that they are acting this way because they see you as fiery and emotional, having a hard time dealing with your emotions, keeping one foot in, one foot out. Maybe refusing to be fair. All right, that could be what they see. Also, they may see that you put yourself in a conundrum that you could easily get out of, but you don't want to be fair or to face legal consequences. It could be also that something about generosity. Okay, I've seen this in a lot of Capricorn readings where Capricorns are giving just enough money or resources to somebody to win their trust, but not enough to cover the expenses, so to speak, if that makes sense. That's a metaphor kind of thing, all right? Meaning that it's like, I'm just giving you enough money so you'll protect me, basically. So they may be seeing that side of you too, that side of the coin. But there's definitely a feeling of you not, they feel as if you don't want to be fair. There's no like equal give and take here with you. All right. Something along that line. I'm going to move on to the next sign. Okay, this one's for Aquarius, and I asked, why is your significant other behaving this way? I don't know. For some reason, I get this feeling that your person may be somewhat depressed. All right. They may be searching for answers, looking into the past. All right. Also looking back on the relationship, feeling unsatisfied. There could be something about them not trusting you regarding some sort of family will, inheritance, settlement, family property, family assets. Oh, I just saw this couple up here walking, and you see it looks like this woman is looking back at this man. That could be a thing too. Like maybe a cheater scenario for some of you. I'm not going to say, and if you do, you probably have kids as well. That's not going to be everybody. I have to say though, there's this, hold on, let me look at this. Whatever it is, I feel like they think that they didn't trust you relating to some money, property, or something like that, and they're disappointed that you won. So it's kind of like they feel like you did something that affected their finances or their possessions, and I feel like they had a feeling you were going to do that. And they're disappointed that you won, or they don't want you to win. Okay? It could be either one of those things. So let's move on to the last one. And finally, this one is for Pisces. Why is your significant other behaving the way that they are? My eyes going straight to what reminds me of a Merkaba. I don't know if that's how you say it. Also, this Egyptian stuff here. There could be something about that in moon phases. This person, how does that work? Let me say this again. Why are they behaving the way that they are? Because you proposed to them in some sort of way, made a proposal to them, and then maybe you overthought it or something like that. Y'all, this one's really hard to read. I'm going to give it a second. I'm going to feel into this one more. Okay. So basically, they know. You may have kind of been a very soft and gentle energy. You may have been very introverted at some point in time. You may have asked too many questions as well. I don't know why I'm getting that, but you did, according to this. You may have been shamed for that. And also, I feel like there's this energy where, I don't know why I'm saying this. I do, but I don't. So if you look at the horse there, it doesn't have a mouth, so it can't drink the water. Does that make sense? So it's the horse is not getting what it needs. All right. There's something along that line going on. Y'all be careful, because this person could give you crabs too. I'm just going to say that for some of you, if it's a romantic thing. But either way, you may have planned, they probably see you as somebody who was introverted, somebody who asked too many questions. Maybe you told them that you weren't getting what you needed, all right, to move forward, and that you felt like you'd been deceived, because that's kind of the way I see it. Because there, okay, now I get it. So there could be this situation where you were very introverted or whatever, but then you move forward because you were heartbroken and left out in the cold, and you became optimistic. So it's kind of like it flipped the switch, and they can't handle that, all right? So there could be something along that line that's going on for you guys. That's a very real possibility. For others of you, it could be they may be thinking about coming closer to you, like traveling to you or something like that. This could be like a rebound kind of thing, like they were with somebody else and now they're being left out in the cold. So now they're optimistic that they can come back to you. All right. I just got to be honest with you. All right. I'm going to end it there. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye, guys.